Hello, happy Friday. This is Jessie, and this is my channel, The Caffeinated Bookworm. So I don't really have too much to go over with you this week. I didn't make it to the end of Dead House Gates yet because I have a lot of schoolwork, which means that I haven't started Memories of Ice. So my goal of having those two books done by the end of April, it's kind of putting me in a crunch. Um, I am nearing the end of my spring semester. And so hopefully I'm going to be able to, at least if I can't get done with Memories of Ice by the end of April, I'll be done with it hopefully by the middle of May. I did finish Mort for my Arthurian Legends class, and this is so much better than Geoffrey of Monmouth or Chrétien de Troyes. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really, really liked Marie de France. She was, I think, a lot less dry and straightforward than Monmouth and de Troyes. With Monmouth, it was really, really hard to get through because it was like, okay, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened. And so by the time we got to Marie de France, I really enjoyed it for what it was and also what it wasn't. Le Mort d'Arthur was really big and hard to get through because of the language. I want to say that it's Old English. There's a lot of thou and s at the end of words. Betwixt. So endeth. But it was an impressive story. If I remember correctly, Mallory wrote this while he was in jail. And so just the fact that he wrote this while in jail and the fact that it's so big and it's so in depth with the story, I was thoroughly impressed with it. I'm hoping to reread these because I want to read some modern retellings. Most notably, I want to read Legendborn. But when I read the modern retellings, I want to be able to pinpoint, since I've gone through this class, I want to be able to use it. I want to be able to pinpoint, oh, this author was influenced in this part by Mallory. This author was influenced in this part by de Troyes. And so, like, that's my goal when I go through the retellings. And I might do like just a whole like read of like Legendborn and like two or three other modern retellings, and then do a review of each one, and then a review of them all as a whole. But we'll see. So we were sitting the other day in the living room watching TV, and I was looking around the living room, and I told my kids, I was like, when we move to this other house, because we are moving here, hopefully in another month and a half or so, when we move to this other house, I don't want any of this explosion, tornado, chaos, because there's six of us in a small house. And the house that we're moving to, I told them, I said, there's enough room that there should be a place for everything, and everything should be in its place. And Sophia, she's my youngest, she's my only girl, she's my daughter. She looks at John, and she looks at John, and John looks at her, and she goes, "In your books?" I was like, "My books will have a place. I'm gonna have bookshelves everywhere." And she kind of rolls her eyes at me, and she's 8. She's so funny, and this kind of gives you a sense of my daughter's personality. She rolls her eyes at me, and she goes, "Mom, you sneeze and pages come out of your nose." It's like, what? I don't even know where that came from. Like, that has never happened. Um, so I wanted to share with you. Oh, the first in my Middle Earth cutlery collection. I have mentioned this in one of my earlier videos. So I am going to say I did not get what I did not pay for. This is, John asked me when this came in, is this Stinger, which is the Hobbit's sword. I was like, no, this is Thranduil's sword. And Thranduil is an elf, and he's tall and not a hobbit or a dwarf. And so I kind of knew what was coming, but I am still impressed with it. Just going forward, I'm going to pay, I will pay the $200 as opposed to the $40 that I paid for this to get something that would be believable for an elf in a battle. But here it is. The dagger-sized replica of Thranduil's sword. And like I said, it is still pretty impressive. And I am going to do a video on like the different swords, not only of Middle Earth, Lord of the Rings, and The Hobbit, but also some of the other fantasy books and series that I've read. I haven't finished The Wheel of Time. But I do remember a lot from the 7 books that I did read when I was in middle school. And so I'll probably do a little bit of research for that video. But let's see, there was some other ones also. Anyways, it's not important right now. I'll do the video. I did want to let you know that Black Rose Writing has a book for free. It is The People of 19th Street. And it says it's a memoir of growing up in a small town Texas community. And so again, Black Rose Writing is the publishing company out of Castroville, Texas. I'm still waiting for Dan's book to get to me. I'm not sure what happened there. But when I get that, that's going to be first on my list. It's going to go right to the top. It doesn't matter what I'm reading at the time. I'm going to stop and read that book because I've been waiting for it for over 2 years. I've been following Dan on his website. I will have a link below to where you can go and read some of his writing. And that, like I said, he's a really good writer too. And so I'm looking forward to getting this book, and it's going to be at the top of the list when it comes in. It is Friday, and so I am on my lunch break. I don't have time to do the video after work because I have to take my 2 littles, the boys, 9 and 10, almost 9 and 10, to Taekwondo on Fridays. Right now, John takes them on Mondays, I take them on Fridays, and then we both take them on Saturdays. Once May hits, they are changing their schedule, and so John will be taking them on Mondays and Fridays, and then I will be taking them on Saturdays, and John's going to be doing like the yard work, getting stuff done around the house on Saturday as well. Me and the boys are away. I think that is it. We are nearing the end of the month. I'm still accumulating books to have on my book haul, because apparently like all the books that I bought at the Marion Library sale weren't enough. I had to buy some online as well. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. Like and subscribe below.